In addressing the issues in managing the risk of the Sharia and also how they manage the risk, the IFSB have been in the past promoting Sharia governance appropriate in various jurisdictions. Even in our study, we identify a number of practices. In fact, there are 5 different practices around the world when it comes to the Sharia governance. So since there is no single model which is applicable to all jurisdictions, we adopt a principle-based approach in this respect. So in certain jurisdictions where the industry has not been developed fully, we look at it, maybe the implementation of the Sharia governance will be not so much on the having a national Sharia board like in Malaysia. So the application of this requirement can be vary from one jurisdiction to another, and we certainly appreciate the development taking place and also efforts being made by the regulatory authorities. Some jurisdictions where the regulators are saying that they are not Sharia regulators, this is where they leave it to the industry to develop the Sharia governance framework in their own jurisdictions. But this may create at the beginning some sort of like uneasiness among the market or the industries at large, because they are not so sure whether the Sharia have been complied in one particular institutions is also applicable to another institution. Because we have seen an example in some jurisdiction whereby the customers are confused when one particular institution are saying that this is a Sharia compliant product and the other is not a Sharia compliant. So they don't know where they should go to ensure that their products is in compliance with the Sharia. So this is where we promote the Sharia governance framework, whereby the principles have to be adhered regardless of the development of the industry in various jurisdictions. So in that aspect, we have come up with the Sharia governance framework. As you can see in the examples in the previous sessions, Malaysia has taken a step whereby the Sharia compliance is at the national level. In some jurisdictions, this is not something that the regulator would like to touch upon. Other than that, the IFSB also have issued the conduct of business. This is pretty much related to the conduct of every individuals in the institutions itself, be it from the Sharia members itself to the level of the individuals who are involved in the institutions. The other aspects in addressing the issues is on the transparency and market disciplines. This has been touched briefly by Mr. Mazlan earlier, and this is something that we have come up various standards, and in terms of implementing all these standards, the IFSB has moved to a next level whereby we are facilitating the implementation of these standards in various jurisdictions. Our approach has been to trying to educate the regulatory authorities in implementing these standards, because if they don't understand the standard that being developed by the IFSB, it's very difficult for them to come up with their own national framework for their own jurisdictions. So this is how the IFSB have moved forward. In fact, it has been in the past, and the way forward, this is something that we are trying to help in terms of standardizing the framework, in particular for the Sharia governance.